When you hear the word feminist,
That kind of makes me cringe. That word just has such an incredible bad rap. And, I've even seen women get sort of caught up when they're asked, "Are you a feminist?"
I personally don't think of myself as a feminist. Feminism can mean so many different things depending on who you're asking.
I consider myself someone who works incredibly hard, does not matter about my gender.
feminists would say that's the definition of feminist.
Well, I just don't like that word, I guess.
Do you think that it's time to dispense with the word feminist?
Hell no. No, I think that people need to get over the misperceptions that they have about what the word feminist means.
I think that the word feminism became defined in ways that a lot of women don't want to be defined. They don't want identity politics.
How would you describe the state of women in America today?
I think it's hopeful, slowly recovering. And on election day, I was crushed. I woke up in the morning saying to my husband, I'm never going to have a female president in my lifetime.
I think we're waiting to see what's going to happen next, to see how quickly Roe versus Wade is going to be overturned.
Someone said that we in this country have a high tolerance of sexism.
Oh, we do. I mean, we are one of the only developed nations that has never had a woman president.
There were a lot of other factors that played into Hillary Clinton not winning the election. There were a lot of big stories that she had to grapple with. So I don't know if we can exactly look at the results and say, America can't elect a woman.
Do you think that we'll see a woman president in our lifetime?
I don't know. Never say never. I hope so.
There's hope for it and that it will come around. It really will. We had our first black president. He served for 8 years. I don't think she was the best person, despite the fact that she was a woman.
Were you surprised that Hillary Clinton didn't have more female support?
Yes and no. I think white women were more invested in protecting their whiteness than their womanhood. They weighed their options and they decided to go with power.
Some women say, though, since the majority of white women voted for Donald Trump, that all of those terrible things he said about women were okay with them.
I think a lot of people voted with the issues in mind and maybe turned a blind eye to some of those other comments. There are things that Donald Trump has said that I didn't agree with.
So in your mind, you could ignore
I could.
those things that
And
he
I did
said.
ignore it, and that's why I voted for him.
It's just kind of depressing to me that it's still a man's world.
The power in the world does rest in the hands largely of men. We still don't have, do we, very many women, global women CEOs. We still don't have on corporate boards 50% participation by women.
More women need to enter Congress and the Senate. More women need to be governors.
I think that what you're going to see over the next 4 to 8 years is more women saying enough. I'm not going to do, work that not get equally paid. I'm not going to fight about my reproductive rights over and over and over again.
What action do you think Mr. Trump will take to assuage these women's fears?
Well, I think that he already has taken some great action. I think some of the people that he's appointed are absolutely sensational.
Like?
Well, I think Linda McMahon, K.T. McFarland, Elaine Chao, Betsy DeVos, Kellyanne Conway.
We need President-elect Trump to step forward and to, almost shoot down the things that he said in the past and say, actually, those aren't things that I stand behind. I don't stand behind the bigoted remarks that I've made.
Do you want to hear that in his inaugural address?
Oh, I'm here's hoping. I think that we all want to hear that.